Hey, okay, everybody, let's go over this horrible news about the bird flu that has infected humans in Texas. I'm in Texas. We're in Texas here right now. I'm scared. My knees are shaking. I'm scared. You can see I can barely hold the camera still. And there's a picture of this individual that is suffering. It says severe conjunctivitis. Oh my goodness. Conjunctivitis, everybody. I don't know how we're going to survive this disease. I don't know what we're going to do. All right, let's get into it. So, it says, here, this is just the picture. You saw the picture of severe conjunctivitis. I'm going to litter for lack of hands here. You know, here on the farm. Okay. Oh, it's called avian influenza A, H5N1, and it infected a farm worker. I am a farm worker. I'm scared. I don't want to get the bird bug. It's a highly pathogenic avian influenza A H5N1 virus infection was identified in a dairy farm worker in Texas. So they found that this dairy farm worker here in Texas had the H5N1 virus infection. This pathogen, that sounds scary, has been reported in multiple dairy herds in several states. It's not just Texas, everybody, it's the whole world. Every cow is getting this H5N1 virus, and the dairy workers are dying. Last week, myself and my household in the southern U.S. caught something very horrific. Horrific. I had the flu in college. My goodness, this person survived the flu in college. He is a national hero. We must celebrate his name. And it's maybe 100 times worse. It's 10 times worse than the flu he had in college, and 100 times worse than the COVID experience he had. It's 100 times worse than COVID, everybody. I can't stand anymore. I'm going to have to sit down. I just can't take the excitement here. 100 times worse than COVID. 10 times. I've had the flu. One time, I had to stay in bed for the whole day because I had the flu, and this is 10 times worse than the flu. Are you scared, number 34? Have you ever had the flu, number 29? It's 10 times worse. He says, I've tested negative for COVID, so it's not another strain. So he took the COVID test. This guy, he said, I feel sick. I took the COVID test, and it's not COVID because he didn't pass the test, apparently. Maybe he's not good enough. I don't know. I caught conjunctivitis, which I'm now taking medicated drops for. Now, folks, I had to look up that word on the Wikipedia, conjunctivitis. It sounds scary. And let me tell you, I don't want conjunctivitis, and you don't want conjunctivitis, and you don't want your cows to get conjunctivitis either. You know what conjunctivitis is? It's when your eyes turn red. That's conjunctivitis. Your eyes turn red. You don't want that. It's bad. He had to take medicated drops for it. That is horrific. That he had to go to the drugstore and he had to say, can I please have medicated drops for conjunctivitis? And the pharmacist said, oh no, that's a prescription drug. You have to go to the hospital and you have to get a prescription. No, it's not. You just buy it over the counter. It's eye drops. That's all it is. The amount of mucus produced during infection is so much that I felt he was literally drowning in my own fluids. He had so much snot that he was gonna drown, literally. I feel sorry for this guy. I understand why he said it's 100 times worse than COVID now. You know, because with COVID, you lose your sense of taste and smell, Even though that's a common symptom of a sinus infection, but never mind that. With COVID, you could not smell things. But now he's gonna literally drown in his mucus. That's how bad it is. He said, my nose is chafed, making it impossible to do video updates for a while. This gentleman couldn't even do video updates. It was so bad. 100 times worse than COVID, 10 times worse than the flu he had in college. I feel sorry for this gentleman. He needs like some kind of award or something. Like, wait, hold on, there's more. Like the skin sloughed off, I was blowing my nose so frequently. He had an irritation on his nose that the skin was coming off because he had to blow his nose so much. Let me tell Mr. Gentleman here that you don't need to use paper towel to blow your nose. You can use your hands. It's okay. I use my hands when I'm at the field. I just take my hand like this and I put it on my nose like this and I go and I just take the mucus and I shake it off. Just shake it off. And because I'm wearing farm pants, I take my hands and I wipe it off. I wipe it off. You know what? And then my hands are all clean. Certainly clean enough to be a dairy farmer in Texas. Wait, actually they care about cleanliness because they don't want the milk. I got news about the milk as well. You know the E. coli infections that happen in milk and all that kind of stuff? This congressman, he asked the FDA and USDA and everybody said, hey, can you tell me the number of times that we've had E. coli on small farms? And you know what they said? You know what they said? How often it happens that E. coli infects small farms? Never. It's never happened. Only the big farms. So if you're working on a small farm, thank you for wiping your hands. Okay, but we have more. There was blood come flowing out of my nose at certain points. I feel like I've earned my pre-pandemic wings here. So he is not only a hero, but he's earned his wings because he had blood coming out of his nose because he was blowing his nose so much that the skin was chafing. Okay, there's more. There are some signs I may have incurred liver damage during the infection. He doesn't say what those signs are, but he says that this disease goes for your heart, liver, and other organs. In infected cats, now if your kitty gets this disease, about half died, showing severe neurological disorders. Now, I'm not a cat person, but in my opinion, cats have severe neurological disorders just the way they are, but these ones, they died. So I don't know. I got to read that study about how them cats died. In general, I think we are over-vaccinated society. I fully understand the capture that occurs between industry regulators and government. Man, this guy's a conspiracy theorist. I don't know if we can trust what he writes because he's an anti-vaxxer. How did he even get this on the internet? I thought you would get banned for that kind of thing. Wait, there's more. Despite this, if a vaccine were available to prevent what I've experienced the last week, remember he couldn't make video updates for a whole week, I would have gladly taken it and would have suggested it to my family members because you cannot go a week without making video updates. That affects your livelihood. And he had blood coming out of his nose and he had severe conjunctivitis. I've invested personally in one of the vaccine makers that seems furthest along in being able to rapidly push out a VLP vaccine. I don't know what that is, but it sounds dangerous. Catered to this strain that is able to jump to humans. That's how bad I think it may get. He even bought some stock, everybody. He went to the internets and he put in $100 in his E-Trade account. And he said, Mr. E-Trade, can I please buy a share of this company that's developing vaccines for this disease that's 100 times worse than COVID? My goodness, what a brilliant and honorable gentleman for putting his money to save humanity. Money, social status, Bitcoin, politics, all completely null and void if half the country ends up experiencing what I and family members just got through. If this has been circulating for 4 months or longer on dairy farms, We aren't ahead of the curve. We are solidly behind it. I guarantee you, Mr. Gentleman, this has not been happening for 4 months on dairy farms. About a week ago, I started getting conjunctivitis. Let me share my story. And my nose also flowed with mucus, and I also had chafing, and I could make video updates for a week, but I had to make 2 or 3 takes sometimes because I just kept sneezing. And I have no idea what was causing my, no, this is a H5N1 virus. I don't know why in the world when I came out here to the field, I would just start sneezing. And if I didn't get the mucus out, I could have drowned, literally drowned in my mucus. Anyway, I think it is affecting the rest of the country, and it started a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Let's see, where are we? Where are we? I've never seen anything like this. He's never seen anything like this. Conjunctivitis has never occurred in humanity or cows ever in the history of humanity. Nor has anybody ever had mucus flow and had their nose chafed, and they couldn't make video updates for a week. I don't see how elderly people or those with active factory, farm, or warehouse jobs can tend to such a wildly vicious illness. Folks, I don't know how I do it either. Sometimes I wake up and my eyes are watery and my back has a little bit of pain and my feet are a little sore. I don't know how I do it either. If you don't blow your nose constantly, you drown. And let me tell you, folks, how many people have drowned because they did not blow their nose constantly. Blow your nose constantly, please, or you're gonna drown. This is horrific. I've been taking expectorants. Is that like when you're pregnant or trying to get pregnant? No. This expectorants helps you to cough out the mucus that gets in your lungs. And basically everything you can to protect the lungs. Maybe he should get an intubation where they put the pipe down your lungs and blow you up like a balloon. And if you don't take fever reducers like clockwork, fever reducers, everybody, I looked in to what sort of fever reducers he might have been taking, and there are 2 drugs. These are drugs that drug companies make and they sell to people. And you know what? They don't even have to get a prescription to get these medicines. One of them is called ibuprofen, and the other one is called acetaminophen. You might know these as Tylenol. Sorry. You might know these drugs as I forget what the ibuprofen is. It's so common. You just go buy ibuprofen, you know. Anyway, it's like nothing he's ever experienced. I'm a very lucky man here. He's a very lucky man indeed. I can't believe he survived the avian flu from cows. This may get so bad so soon, I'm not sure my small investment in Novavax will, hold on, there's no more words there, even matter. They'll have to shutter the financial markets and people won't even care. People who can't make video updates for a week, who have experienced symptoms that are 10 times worse than the flu they had in college and 100 times worse than COVID, we're going to have to shut down the entire country, everybody. We're going to have to crash the economy to save us from conjunctivitis, because somebody might get red eyes one day. And I don't know how the elderly can survive that. It's horrific. The fatality rate for H5N1 humans is about 60%. It's a miracle this gentleman is alive. I don't know how he did it. Stay safe, everyone. If this is the last you hear from me for a while, it's been a pleasure doing journalism for you all. This is journalism, everybody. He's been sacrificing his entire life by blowing his nose and taking fever reducers like clockwork and experiencing symptoms 100 times worse than COVID. Everybody, I think I have to kill all my cows. What do you think? Should I use a bazooka? A nuclear weapon? Maybe I should infect them with H5N1 avian virus and kill them all that way. I don't know. But it looks like we have ourselves a regular pandemic here, and we have to shut down the entire country. Otherwise, someone might get red eyes. Everybody stay safe. If you don't hear from me, it's because I got H5N1 from my cows, and I drowned in my own snot. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.